Okay, I was in the middle of going over something, and something told me I was in the middle of watching this film, and the film that was dealing with the stone. So, and this movie just started. So when they say something about the stone, they're pretty much talking about the philosopher's stone. The philosopher's stone is the stone that the builders reject. So the builder is going to build something physical and not go with what the mind. So the philosopher's stone is the pineal gland. Anything with that word stone in it, that's what they're pretty much talking about. Just to you can gain some. So you see right here, the Mora stone. Okay, that's what I said in past time. Hit up your index. Where Prodigy said, go back over something that you might have missed. That's true. So like I read this part and it stuck to me, but like it's like when things come to you, you have a chance to really dig into it more. All right, let's get into it. All right, number one, we're back in this book this book again. Night Side of the Rooms, Uthark Abdul Runa and the Gothic Kabbalah by Thomas Carlson, PhD. Okay, we're gonna catch you up to speed. The so-called folklands is a collective way of designating Tuyundaland, Atundaland, Fajarundaland, and Upland. Okay, so we're off in the like in the Germany area, Switzerland area. Okay, okay. They were united uh, in and by the enactment of the law of Upland in 1296 into one common jurisdiction. Okay, three separate lands put into one. The origin and development of the folklands before 1296 is veiled in darkness, but their existence is known from the 11th century onward. The names of the three folklands indicate that they originally comprised 10: Teundaland, Teundaland, 8 Atundaland, and 4 Vajujaland, Vajur Vajarundaland, so-called Hundarin, hundreds, that is, jurisdictional districts or district courts. Around 1300, the interior parts of gastric land were still counted as part of Tununland. The word folk in the term folkland appears to have originally meant warrior band before the inception of the Upalandic law of the folklands were independent domains of law men who had a religious function. Okay, that's important because religion, you can control people. Religion, that's political. Bajor Tyson was, according to Burris, a lawman in Tuyundaland. The younger Vasgotland law asserted that the Swedes possessed the right to elect the king of the realm. According to the Uplandic law, this right was incumbent upon the three folklands. The Södermanna law established that the election should take place at the legal assembly of Mora. Magnus Ericsson's national law established that the law men from the jurisdiction of the realm should elect the king at the legal assembly of Mora. Remember, it said the Mora stone, okay? Stay with me. On the meadow of Mora in the parish of Laga, about 6 miles of Uppsala, on the border between Atundaland and Teundaland, the election of the king was conducted during the legal 420. It's crazy, and we're dealing with the Swiss and German, and that's actually Hitler's birthday, April 20th. But you celebrate We Day. It's just something to block energy. Back to the reading. Assembly of Mora. When the people choose their king. During the Middle Ages, an oath stone was situated on the meadow of Mora. It was called the Mora stone. The exact original location of this oath stone is now unknown. It was probably this place back in the Middle Ages, but It was supposedly to be found in the vicinity of a house that was built in 1770, where it is preserved today in 8 pieces of stone. Some of them are whole and others are fragmentary. The 3 crowns were depicted on the Mora stone. A classic drawing of Shephrus shows the Mora stones, where one of the stone fragment bears the symbol of the 3 crowns. The 3 crowns also symbolize the 3 functions: the king, the judge, and the high priest. So you gotta think about it. The king is like the person that gives law. The judge, of course, judges who's right and who's wrong. But the high priest is more of a spiritual person that pretty much can be consulted by the king and the judge in order for morality or something spiritual. For the Boreas, the 3 crowns are in no way merely associated with mundane concerns, I mean earthly concerns. They are in the highest degree symbols for metaphysical and esoteric reality. That means everything on the inside. So everything in the physical is not really important. In several illustrations, the 3 crowns surmount the rune cross. From the chapter titled The 3 Realms and Their Rulers in Adul Runa Redi Viva, we can draw the conclusion that the 3 realms that the 3 crowns symbolize are derived from the Gothic Trinity TOF, so that the 3 crowns are those that crown Thor, Odin, and Frigga. Sweden's national emblem is therefore also derived from the Gothic Trinity. So you have Thor, Odin, and Frigga, father, son, and woman. You have Asar, Aset, Heru, or if you want to go in the translation of them, which would be, this is Greek, I believe, Osiris, Osiris, Isis, and Horus. Okay, so it is, the same thing, the Trinity. You know what I'm saying? So when it's a Trinity like that, you gotta think about it. Now think. You got 2 sides of the brain. Left brain is supposed to be male. Right brain is female. The mind is the pineal gland. That's the mind. Always supposed to say revert back to being like a child almost. So you have the Trinity. So you have three parts of the stone. But the stone is really what? The pineal gland. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, we jump to stone circle on page 89. All right, see, you're up in the index again. Is where you get your subjects and go right to them. Stone circles, we're gonna go to that, and we're gonna try to check out stone labyrinths because we got to get right to the subject. I got some examples to show. Okay, stone circle. Okay, the center stone is placed on a PowerPoint. Okay, remember the body. So the pineal gland is in the middle of the head. So think about everything physical as something on the inside. The center stone is placed on a PowerPoint, somewhere special. Smaller stones can be constructed with 8 stones and one in the middle. These stone circles will become centers for magical meetings, rune, magical workings, and invocations of the gods. The stone in the center can be used as an altar. That's, and say in the Bible, the seat of God is the seat of the god pineal, the pineal gland. I'll show you. As we see right here, you see the stones, and it's like a labyrinth leads into what? the first eye, not the third eye. The pineal gland is like what? Pan's Labyrinth. Check out that movie if you ever get the chance. It's a great, I think his name is Benicio del Toro, is the director of that movie. He does a lot of good films. He's from, it's funny, he's from Spain. So, you know, it's funny how it happened. They have a lot of dark, he has a lot of dark movies. And that's where they got it first from our people, the Moorish people or melanated people, highly melanated people. Okay, it's a movie called Pan's Labyrinth. If you get a chance to check it out, I have that film. It's a great film. It's in Spanish, but they have the words in English at the bottom. They speak fast. You gotta. I know it's a great film to look at, but also the words are way more important. So putting the words on the bottom, it really helps. You know, it helps you really understand what's really going on. Okay, as you see, the is getting put together like that's the whole brain on top of what? The stone, the pineal gland. So see, you put like 8 stones around, and then the center is where the power center is at. Okay, sacred places. We're just gonna jump right down to the. Notice, all right, let me get to the holiday part. Many secrets are only revealed when one visits the old Nordic sacred places. There's sacred places all over the world. It's up to you and the time you put into things. These areas are often ridiculed by common archaeology. They are described simply as being graveyards or playgrounds. An initiate in magical or religious thought will realize that the sacred places are powerful areas and important centers that are surrounded by advanced cults, churches, Masonic temples, or lodges. That's what I've been noticing. Anywhere I go, like to like some places around the U.S. or whatever I'm at, like any special places, you're gonna find like Masonic churches, like Masonic lodges, churches, whatever it might be, schools around there that actually be on the area or actually on the spot where those native aboriginal mounds are, which are really pyramids. So, but it's just not in the form of the ones that you see in Mexico or Asia or Kemet, which is Egypt. Darfur, Ethiopia, all these places have all over the world is pyramids because we're all over the world, melanated, dark skin. Well, not just dark skinned people, but melanated people, highly melanated people. We have light skin, and we have brown, we have dark, whatever. We come in all shades. Okay, so you don't want to disassociate, but the thing is, everybody ain't everybody how it's supposed to be. We got fake people out here, walk-ins, clones. It's hard to detect sometimes for people that don't understand and know when you want to come across these people. But there's really fake people out here. All right, so that's why these are like for you when you go to these places or around these places, you're gonna see things that you're used to, like the churches, Masonic lodges, whatever, schools, whatever it is. You're gonna see them around extracting the energy from those power points or those power places. The stone labyrinths, the so-called Troje Borjar, have been described as being playgrounds. They are in fact created through an advanced knowledge of the power of the ground and the area in general. The paths of the labyrinth will deeply influence the mind. It is claimed that these labyrinths are pictures of the mind and the brain. Okay, to enter these ancient stone labyrinths is a form of initiation. It stages an entry into the center of the underworld with the core of the soul, the secret of existence. The diamond can be found, which is a pineal gland again. See, different places, or different places in this book. Damn near talking about the same thing. When you talk about that stone, talking about that pineal gland. I got a little surprise real quick. Yeah, this is like not a game, but it's like a divination system. Divining is almost like what do you divination? Like it's almost like sitting in front of a psychic or something. Like you just opening up damn near parts of your mind. That's the same thing with playing cards. It's just that in another form. You think it's just like playing a game, but it's just cards are they're made how they're made with queens and all that stuff and kings and jacks. numbers and all that, because that's for a purpose, not just for playing games, but it's like you tapping in, but you don't know what you're tapping into because you think it's just a funny game. The Philosopher's Stone, okay, is the deck, the self-awareness deck. Okay, awareness is to what? No, my spidey sense is tingling, right? That's his pineal gland. My spidey senses, that's his pineal gland. You have that, man, I feel something. I feel it. Yeah, you feel it because it's coming from somewhere, from your mind. And the brain is everything around you, which is what the illusion. You have to look through the illusion. Okay, the stone, the Philosopher's Stone, the one that the builder rejects. Okay, and it's by DS. Okay, the Philosopher's Stone, the Self-Awareness deck by DS, a card game to study the state of your being through thought, introspection, reflection, and imagination. It can provide access to fundamental and elementary states of your being. It can increase your consciousness. It can lead to a personal transformation by opening your eyes. The Philosopher's Stone, a living and timeless work of art. Okay, you can actually just look it up yourself. I just wanted to show that there's also ways that you can reach around and get to your inner self. Okay, but I'm going to show you an example of what I'm talking about. When you don't have control of your own mind, and governments, people will take advantage of you, and you'll be following them, thinking they're your savior when you are your own savior. I'm going to read this part. To alone or in company, the Philosopher's Stone will be ready to clarify states and relationships. It is nourished by the power that holds together all beings and manifestations. Properly laid out, the cards can take on a creative aspect. The cards disclose their meaning to those seeking for an answer. Only you know pretty much what it means. So it's just like you digging in to who you really are, getting rid of the clutter. The clutter is the brain. All right, let's get into something we can visually see.
Westerners understand nothing. The jewel represents the spiritual world of my people. Unless I can convince them that I am their spiritual leader, they will never follow me into battle. That is why you are here.
Here, I gotta stop Omar.
Did you bring an army?
What? No, I'm just Joan Wilder.
Just John Wilder? I'm Al-Johara.
Al-Jahara?
The jewel of the Nile.
I don't understand. You're the jewel?
For the moment, in 2 nights at the holy city of Kadir, Omar will proclaim himself emperor. Without me to oppose him, he'll march across North Africa like a madman.
But the world will see me as the savior of my people.
No, I won't. The world won't believe you. I've been in your office and I've seen your vision. I'm gonna write the truth about you.
The truth? If I wanted the truth, I would have hired 60 Minutes.
It's for Sufis to enter Umar City. It is dangerous for Sufis to enter Umar City.
Okay, Sufis are the melanated people. They call them woolly-haired ones, Sufis. Those are darker skinned or the higher melanated people in the Eastern Hemisphere. These are like they're at the north of Africa, but these are the people that was originally there, and they have a white version or a lighter complected version of them. That's the one you always see on TV or in the news, all that, because they've taken over land that was they had taken from other people. Notice how they said they were in Northern Africa. So Northern Africa, that means had to purge in from somewhere else. So you have to think about it. They're in Northern Africa, have to cross over waters. They haven't made it to the center of the Congo really that strong. You can thank Asia for that, or you can thank America for that. They take cobalt, and that's the fuel they use for the jets. So when you get down to the South Africa, that's where Britain is at. So you see it. So the center is with the stronghold of Africa. So that's what he said. We can't go into the city. The Sufis, we can't go into the city. Just like you go to the Darfur, the melanated people are treated bad there. America, the melanated people are treated there bad too. The Sudan, melanated people are treated bad there too. Ireland. They killed off all of them. That's why they love St. Patrick. St. Patrick's Day, he the one that killed the snakes. The snakes is the Kundalini energy. The Kundalini energy is the people that have the snake energy in them. So how you see the Uraeus on the top of the crown in Egypt or Kemet with the vulture, but together it's a dragon. So I said all that to say, what was I heading? I'm reversing, reverse, back, go back. Okay. When I was saying about the Sudan, if you look at the Sudan, the dark-skinned people are treated badly there. If you go to India, they call them the untouchables, or not the Upanishads, or some other word. I'm drawing a real blank right now, man. So pretty, and also Ireland. That's right, Ireland. The snake people. So when dark-skinned melanated people or so-called black people, so-called African American people celebrate St. Patrick's Day, that's so behind because we don't know what we're celebrating. We're celebrating the death of people, the death of our own people, and we're celebrating the person that actually killed them. And also, if you go to Australia, the Tasmanians, they killed them all. That's why you see the Tasmanian devil and all those cartoons. Blah, 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 blah. You don't understand nothing he's saying because, he has that, we have that power. It was like he's like a tornado spinning around. That's our actual energy and power. When they killed them off, they didn't understand nothing they were saying. They were just killing them. So when they killed them off, now you see so many white people in Australia. They came through on the port of where? Tasmania. So everywhere, it's always like this everywhere, but it has the change has to come in from the inside, not the outside, where it's always so physical. Because physical people always are caught up on the physical things. Oh man, she fine, all that, but what's inside? What's in her mind, and all that? Oh man, that cake look good, but did this motherfucker cook the shit all the way to perfection on the inside? Oh man, that steak look good. Does it look good? Did you ask the motherfucker, did he leave it rare or did they cook it to your liking? So you won't get sick and drink a lot of blood. 22-22. I shave my odd balance. So that's what it is. Not you gotta be balanced, not just on the outside. You be a beautiful, fine, excruciatingly killing woman walking around with the tightest of pants, the prettiest of faces and all that, but the inside, she might be terrible on the inside. And so, but her outside don't match her inside. Her outside can be what? The illusion, because she'll use her illusion to get what she want to get, and her inside is so devious that you don't. All you see is the heaven on the outside, and not the high of the hell. The same thing in the Adel runes or the runology, the mythology in Europe. That's hell or Heilheim. Okay? So this is all about the stone. So the stone, or they say the what do you say? The Mecca. In Mecca they have the Kaaba stone, right? The Kaaba stone is a black stone. The black stone is like what melanin. They come to find out from hearing lectures from Bobby Hemmett, they actually stole the Kaaba stone and find out it was actual carbon, which is melanin, and that's us. So like that's just, when they go around, when they walk around in Mecca around that building, they're actually walking around the body and revering it. The body, Kaaba, mind, Ka, soul, spirit, and Ba is body, Merkaba. That's what's in what the Jewish mysticism. That's Jewish are our people. Melanated people are really the Jewish people. But you have Ashkenazium Jews, another part of the world, came from Germany or whatever, and they wanted to they wanted to put themselves jewels, the stone, jewels, the jewel of the Nile. Come on, man. It's a lot of stuff is very intertwined, but everything is so disconnected to where we're disconnected from who we really are. To know that these movies aren't entertainment; they're movies about us. It just takes a little bit decoding and a little bit of time. And I try to make as much time as actual possible for the things that I'm doing. All right. So as you saw, El Jahada was the jewel. He is the jewel. He is like their leader. But remember, um, we said we can't go in. The other guy said we can't. He's like the commander. Um, we can't go into the walls. They don't let Sufis in, right? So they had him Al Jahada as the jewel. That means the jewel as captive. They're captive. So they said I'm gonna be the guy that ran the land. He was like, I'm gonna be the leader because it's gonna be more of a religious thing or spiritual thing. These people are spiritual. So in order to sway their minds or their thinking, he said I have to use it and use a trick in order to what? Become like a spiritual leader for them. But remember, that guy, he said he was the jewel, or Al Jahada, he was like their leader, like a spiritual leader. But the thing is, you are your own leader. Okay, everybody, you are your own leader. Whoever's watching this video, you are your own leader. And the remnants, your ancestors, melanated people, your ancestors inside and all around you, and you are your ancestors. So made that to show you this, that the mind is the pineal gland or the stone. And when the stone is activated, starting to get activated, start realizing, start seeing signs on how to make sense of things, then all of this illusion starts to fall down all around you. All right, peace. Ashe. Yeah.